Cool. Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome to another show. So what we've got is the weekend's preview, talking about with a dash of AOS. So my first guess is a man who rumoured to have been created when the realms were all forged is Wes Graham.
How are you, mate?
And then we have a man who is currently confined in the gardens of Nurgle with his family. It's Zach.
Zach's a bit of a Nurgle fan, so
yeah, I do like the old Nurgle.
Yeah.
The Thricefold. I should have one of the fat boys over here with me, actually.
That's it. All right, so what we'll do is we'll talk about a few articles that come up and just quickly on the 40K side, and then we'll go straight into the weekend previews. So we'll share screen. Still learning all this. All right, sharing. Boom.
Oh yeah.
First thing is the engine war begins. So for those that are into AdMech, they've got 2 new aerial techs, which I think of Da Vinci. I don't know what you guys think of these new boys.
Oh man, I'm an AdMech player. I have a massive. I got into Mac when they first came out back in 6th with the Skitarii and the Cult Mechanicus books. Yep. And then I also played them in Heresy. Obviously different types of. I mean, there's some crossover there with Skitarii units, but that's about it. But I am a big fan of this, and it's expanding the Skitarii range, which makes me really happy. I mean, I already have the whole range, but I don't have any of these new units. And I know your boy down there, is he a Kiwi fella?
Yes, yeah.
Right. Yeah, he'll love this. I like the flyer too.
The helicopter's sick. That's my favorite.
Yeah, like it awesome. Kind of reminds me of that thing out of those skiffs out of Avatar.
Oh
yeah, it does.
You know those dragonfly helicopter things.
Yeah,
but the cowboys with the machine cowboys, man, the robot cowboys on the horses. Yeah, dude. Yeah, they're gonna look sick alongside some Dragoon Striders and things like that. Yeah,
they're a cool addition. The helicopter's my favorite out of the drop, though, for sure.
I'm just broke. Otherwise, I'd buy all of that.
Yeah, I just look at the horses and go, they'll be good in a Cities of Sigma army.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Pistoliers instead.
Yeah, they look like Cavalry Death Riders.
Yeah. I do like the what is it they call them? The Stratothopter, because they remind me of Dune, Frank Herbert.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
They're cool. They're really cool. They got the bat wings too. Maybe you could substitute them as a Terrorgeist.
Yeah, it's very
a mechanical one. Yep.
It's very it is very Da Vinci Code, like Da Vinci looking. Like if you looked at all the Da Vinci sketches from back in the day, like the steam tank thing that he built and his flying suit.
They look a bit Assassin's Creed-ish.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the feet too. That's pretty cool. They look like birds of prey.
Yeah.
Speaking of feet, are you on my OnlyFans for my feet pics daily?
No. So here's one for if you got kids and all that, is start your Warhammer adventure for 99p. So that's probably, I don't know,
$1,000 Australian.
I was going to say something like that.
You seeing our dollar at the moment, man?
That exchange rate, though. What is it, 99p?
Yeah, so that's $2 Australian.
Yeah, so it's like just under £1, isn't it? Like it's like £1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So good way to get started if you want something to listen to while you're painting, and also a good thing for the kids. I mean, who doesn't like, Doctor and his companion talking either?
Oh yeah. Oh, there you go. Oh man, Billy Piper.
Yep. Yeah. So I've got the first book, The City of Lifestone. It's interesting. I've read it to Thomas.
Can I ask you a noob question? Can I make this full screen so I can see what you're looking at? Is there any way to do that?
You should be looking at it, I would thought, because I'm sharing the screen with you.
Yeah, I can see what you're looking at, but it's like only tiny on the laptop. I'll just get it up beside me on the computer. It's all right.
Yeah. All right. Next thing is the Space Marine Lieutenant.
Boy, oh boy. Another
Another one.
lieutenant.
Yeah.
I mean, this was
Yeah.
the event only one, wasn't it?
Yes. And
Yeah.
he's not delivered till October 2020. So
Wow.
a little while to get him. Now,
Oh, because the shut down, right?
yeah, and he's a Adepticon only exclusive. Now, I like this concept because not all of us can go to the US or UK or wherever they have these things. So it's good to see that they, and especially if they start doing this sort of thing as well, for those who can't or don't have the opportunity to get to these places.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
fair
So
enough.
you can order him online. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's a good call.
I mean, I can understand you're going to have to wait, what is it, nearly 6 months to get them.
What do you think of the actual miniature though? Like, it's nothing special, really, is it?
No, it's nothing special. I agree. Now, if this was Age of Sigma, I'll probably be saying it's really special. But
Mm.
40k, I'm not as
Yeah.
huge a fan of it. But
Oh, me
you know,
either. He's not as cool as that dwarf that they brought out. That
yeah.
tech
But I
priest.
mean, if you're a 40k nut, you're going to want to get this model right or wrong.
Yeah,
Look,
100%.
I think if you're a Space
Space
Marine
Marine
fanboy, like they sort of lost me with Primaris.
Yeah, fair enough.
I kind of, because I had so many of the of the small boys, the tactical marines and devastators and assault marines. It just seemed like. Also, my favorite armies lost all their flavor. So Space Wolves. The Psychic Awakening hasn't done anything to sort of win me back over with that yet.
No, that's not very good. So I was sort of banking on that. I haven't actually read it yet.
I just wanted close combat in intercessors, man.
Yeah, well, the infiltrators are there, right?
I got no idea.
I don't think Primaris belong in Space Wolves anyway. To be honest.
No, not really. Not until they give them axes and make them melee as well as shooting.
Yeah, give them fangs.
Just leave Space Wolves be, I reckon, with Wolven and Thunderwolf Cab and shit like that. You know,
it worked pretty well for what's his name? The character, Ragnar.
Black Man. Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool sculpt.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
he's got pretty good rules.
I haven't read his rules.
Is it a character?
Oh, this guy here.
This guy. Is he a character?
No, I think he's
a lieutenant. Yeah,
he's a lieutenant. I think he's just a named lieutenant.
Because he's got eyes, got the weapon options and stuff like a sword and that.
But I think you just treat him. You know, you go, I've got a named lieutenant, but I've got to use the lieutenant rules. So, but like I say, for those that can't attend and these exclusive events and that, you know, it gives them the opportunity to buy them.
Yeah, no, that's good.
All right. And then lucky last before we go to the previews is the last of the Psychic Awakening. So pretty much the only ones they reckon we have left are Harlequins, Deathwatch, Necrons, and Sisters of Battle. Now this is from Bells of Lost Souls, so they've done all the work for me, which makes it so much easier. So I don't know how much you guys have been following, but War of the Spider pretty much has your new Chaos Space Marine army that's got Fabius Bile and what is it? He's got his Admech. Oh, sorry, Adeptus Custodes Death Guard. Apparently in that book. So then the last book is rumored. So we're meant to be getting 9 of these. Is Psychic Awakening Pyrara, I think it is. So I don't know if this has any interest to you guys, or you just like, oh yeah, we'll be glad to go over. Let's see where we go from now.
I haven't really seen any of it, to be honest.
To tell you the truth, this this Psychic Awakening really reeks of end times for me.
I hope so.
Because from what I hear, once this is done, and I mean, I watched your stream the other day, and they were like, "Oh, you know, why would we spend all this money on these books just for GW to turn around and make them useless? Like they haven't done that in the past."
Yeah.
You know, with the Fall of Cadia
More than
and
3 times.
the end time books for the Warhammer Fantasy guys. Like, holy man, they were $180 a pop, and then they were useless like 5 months later.
Yeah.
You know,
When people started burning their armies.
yeah, that people were burning their armies because they hated AOS. But this gives me hope because I really like 40k. Like, I'm a 40k player. That's where my interest really lays.
Come on, man.
I love the fluff. I love the story. But the rule set at the moment's pretty wishy-washy, and I'd like to see a reset and, you know, put everything back in the one place.
Yeah.
I think that'll happen.
Yeah, I think after this release, we'll probably get a soft relaunch, similar to Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it go back to something like 3rd and 4th ed simplicity. Like that's where I started playing, and I'd really enjoy to play at that kind of level again, rather than having to drag around 10 books with you and cross-reference from book to book. Like, that shits me. It's really, really unorganized, you know.
5th ed, man, was like the pinnacle of 3rd ed. Yeah. 5th ed 40k was the best. I love 5th ed. It was so good.
Yeah, well,
before everything got washed down.
Yeah, I think Games Workshop's trying to do with, especially with these Cycle Awakenings, go, let's try and get rid of these soup style lists, you know, where you have your Imperials, where you have your, all right, we'll have our
just CP farming, basically.
And then we'll have our AdMech. Then we'll have our Imperial Guard. And,
it will just CP farming there for extra CP and put the battalions in and that.
Yeah, well, they'll go, all right, if you take just a Space Marine army, you'll get your normal ones plus these extra ones because you've only gone Space Marine only.
That's like with the new Space Marine supplement books and stuff.
Yeah. And I think that's the way to go. Similar to what they've done with Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, I mean, they're only fixing a problem that they started themselves when they bought out the index books, right? But I mean, that's what happens when they change the whole mechanic of how the game worked. So, but, you know.
It's not as bad as what Age of Sigmar was when it first came out.
Oh, yeah. Let's not talk about those dark times.
I was in those dark times, I know.
Yeah. My beard is much more better than yours. I get +1 to my attacks. What points is that? I don't have any points. 6 dragons. Yeah, it's my army.
All right, so now we'll do the first ever Warhammer Preview online. So I won't show the video, so that way we don't get any issues.
Copyright strikes.
Yep, that's it. All right, so first thing is they're going to start doing these anime-style films. I'm looking forward to them. I just hope there's some AOS ones in there. Because it looks like a lot of 40k at this stage.
It's pretty cool. It's a pretty big universe to go through. I mean, I'd be pretty excited to see some assassin ones.
Yeah.
So that's the Kalidas, is it? Kalidas?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So,
I mean, that's one of those assassins is who killed the Night Haunter. So.
Then we'll go to the one we're really loving.
That's cool as shit. Yeah. I really like that. Oh, I really like that model. I think it's great.
You know, I think I've seen Beastmen somewhere else in AOS.
These are good Beastmen.
In the Beastmen army. It's cool. Like, I like that. That's pretty cool. It looks like at first I thought it was like a living version of Drachnia, you know, the thing from Sylvaneth.
Yeah.
And then I took a look and I was like, oh, it's a cow. I'm like, oh, cool.
Kind of looks like an old school version of a Wraith Knight.
It's very elderly, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's
go down to the next one, Sean, with the mountains growing off it. That one with the trees and shit's pretty cool.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen that one. Is that a different type? Is that like a spellcaster or something?
Yeah. I'd say the first one's like the close combat melee guy, and he's the spellcaster. Oh, he's the name character, is he? There you go.
So he's the name character, so that's the Stoneheart King. and then you've got just a generic. So
He's the spirit of the mountain. Yeah, right.
These guys are goofy. It's the helmets that let them down.
They look too top heavy. Yeah.
I think if they had taken those stands, so the cow head and put it as the helmet.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I was just thinking. That would have looked perfect.
Yeah. There's no. I think someone's just gone, oh, let's take it one step, and they've just gone that one step too far.
Yeah, definitely.
one's
If they were the
pulled them
face
up.
plates,
Yeah.
that'd look sick.
Yeah.
Just
Because right now, I look at that and I'm like, high elves with cow heads.
Yeah.
Put the cow mask on their face, and I'd be like, cool, new race of elves. That's sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I can just see people just going to cut those off and just go, I'll just have either normal head or just cut it
put
and
the
just
cow
put
head
that.
straight on.
Yeah. That's. Yeah. I don't know what to think of these.
If AOS goes to crap, you could always use them as flying bases in 40k.
You could. They're pretty tall.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough of my stupid jokes.
Yeah. But so far out of the new high elf release, this is probably the only model that's gone, no, I don't like. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It's probably going to be super OP like everything else that comes out for the first 3 months, right?
But again,
Actually, man, I hate the techless model. I hate it. It's so like I don't understand what the mount is meant to be. Just looks weird how he's sort of flighting. Yeah, I don't know. But then again, I've never been an elf fan. I'm always a dwarf guy. So
yeah, I'm the same.
Why's that?
yeah, because I like them short.
I like them chunky.
Yeah, the techless one, I'm sort of like, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Well, these guys, I just don't like them. And then I take a look at these cow guys and go, yep, I love these guys. I want to do that, at least the Stoneheart King.
He's really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I do like that.
Yeah.
I'll probably just get one to paint up.
Yeah. Then we have the Middle Earth, so
I've always been really jealous of the Gladstone guys because they had a really healthy Lord of the Rings.
We still do actually
player base, and I've always loved Lord of the Rings, and we never got into it up here.
Yeah, no, we're still quite strong here. I mean, we're swapping between that and Legion for those guys. Because a lot of those guys that play at Middle Earth or Legion are not really into AOS or 40k, so that's their 2 games they play.
Okay, what's Legion? Is that
Star Wars Legion? So it's new table.
Oh yep. Yeah, that looks pretty cool too, actually.
So Psychic Awakening, we're already talking about the Clone Father return.
Yeah, man.
He's cool. I really like Fabius.
I like the new model.
Yeah, so do I. It's a really cool miniature, eh?
Yeah.
Man, I've loved this guy in Heresy. I love him in 40k. He was one of the original models that got me into 40k back in the day. And the Abaddon model.
Hold the mouse on him, Sean, and use your scroller up and down, and it takes the picture to the old one. How cool is that?
From old to new. So much more detail.
That's cool, eh?
Yeah, it's sick, isn't it?
He's basically a Primaris now.
Yeah, he's a lot taller.
Yeah, I mean, that's meant to be the thing, right? He's meant to be like souping up all the old Space Marines.
Yeah, and he's also cloning himself too, so he's going to make himself bigger and stronger. In that.
So you reckon there'll be like a Primaris equivalent Chaos Marine come with us?
Well, the Chaos Space Marine sculpts are already bulked up enough that they're sort of nearly the same height.
I could probably see it because it is a new faction for him, so maybe they'll have like an elite Primaris Chaos one, but only for his army.
Yeah, okay.
Emperor's Children, yeah.
Yeah, so but we'll have to wait and see.
He's a beast in the books, eh? Like, he actually cloned Horus
a
few times.
He's cloned a few of them.
Abaddon wasn't really happy about it.
No. So, he's coming more the spider, so...
Yeah, nice. So that's the Custodes symbol there, too.
Yeah, so that's combining the Custodes and Sisters of Silence.
Interesting. I wonder if they're going to bring more of the Sisters of Silence across.
Yeah, well, I don't know how much they have in their range because I don't follow them really.
Just the one unit at the moment.
Yeah, so the Custodians are fully fledged, so I would like to see them bring out a few new sisters.
Yeah.
Just to give them a bit more flavour than just go, all right, here's our one unit, that's it.
Yeah. I'm really surprised they didn't get folded in with the Sisters of Battle, actually, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I see what you mean, but I think
as an
because
ecclesiarchy unit.
Yeah, I think they're more focused on the Imperials, the Earth homeworld rather than the Sisters style. But
Yeah.
no, it'll be interesting. And then Warcry, so the new
These
Flame
guys are
Void.
sick. Yeah, I really like these guys.
Are these still a Chaos
Yes.
Yeah.
warband? Yeah, okay.
Like fighting Archeon's attention, basically.
I love them.
Yeah, look at that. That's cool, eh? Very it's almost like samurai sort of styled armor, eh?
Yeah. And this is the last of the Chaos warbands too.
Sweet. So we're gonna start seeing some different warbands then?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be interesting to see where they go with it, because I thought Warcry was meant to be like the arena of Archeon to try to win his favour from all the mortals, basically.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to see where they go with it then.
Yeah, so it's from every realm, I believe. But the realm of heavens. So every Chaos Warband, so one from Ashi, one from Shimon. And
the dude with the flaming scythe stick. Did you look at him yet? He's about 3 over from that. That guy.
Oh, yeah, he's got a...
Oh, it's an axe, sorry. Yeah.
It's an axe with a built-in spear from the looks of it.
Looks awesome, eh?
Oh, yeah.
It kind of looks like a scythe, eh? Where the flame is.
Yeah.
And then he looks like he's got a grenade, maybe.
Yeah, really cool, though. Really cool warband.
It's got a zine, I think.
Yeah.
Amazonian.
Yeah. And that must be some sort of shaman or whatever.
Yeah, wizard.
Yeah. And then Horus Heresy. Yeah, we don't really play that too much here, but it's nice to see they've got the lion come back in one.
The miniatures are sick, though, man. Like,
you know what I don't understand about this sculpt is we've got a character in 40k that is carrying the lion sword on his back.
Yeah,
the sword's huge,
and it's a power sword. It's huge. Why has he got a chainsword?
He can be built in two ways. He can be built with the chainsword or with the sword.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. That's sweet.
So so he can be built with the lion sword or the wolf blade. I think this is the wolf blade.
Okay, so that's one of Ragnar.
Russ's.
One of the Russ's weapons, is it?
Yeah. I think so. And he can also be with the helmet or without.
He looks better without it, I reckon. He's one of the only Primarchs that comes with a helmet option.
Oh, yes, he would be, yeah. Out of 30k range.
He's the only one that's got common sense. Wears a helmet. But he looks cool. Like, yeah.
And then we're already talking about the lieutenant. So, yeah, and that's it.
It's a real shame that Heresy didn't stay with the same rule set. It would have been fine if it stayed with the same rule set, I think. But, yeah.
Yeah, it's more complicated again, isn't it, Heresy?
Well, it's sort of like a mixture of the 7th Ed rules and their own rules. But I really like it.
Full on though. You do like it, yeah. I had that Iron Warriors army. I never played a single game of it. Sorry, man.
Story behind that, Sean. I actually painted that army for him to get into Heresy while he was in Spain. He comes back to a freshly painted, fully Forge World Iron Warriors army, holds onto it, and then he sells it.
Sorry, Wes.
Yeah. So we're seeing. So last week's preview. What did you guys think of it personally?
I can tell you what was in it. I was at work last week.
No, he's talking about the one we just watched. Just looked at.
Oh, copy.
Look, it was pretty because it was meant to be the Adepticon preview, wasn't it?
Yes.
Pretty lackluster for an Adepticon. Pretty boring. I thought we would have seen some crazy stuff, but I mean, if Heresy's still big for people, I guess that was exciting. I mean, he's the last Primarch that needed to be done, correct?
I think so. It's
Yeah.
on the good side, well, the Imperial side anyway.
There's no one left on Chaos, is there? No.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're all done.
Because
Yeah.
I know 30k is bigger in the UK than anywhere else, so I think that's their target audience.
I think they're the only people besides those that live in China that can afford to play it.
Yeah. Zach, what about yourself when you had a chance to look at it?
Yeah, man, it looked pretty good. I do like the high elf stuff a little bit. Yeah, those guys with the tall helmets probably not so much, but the cow's cool. I'm surprised that they hang on to it for so long though, because the rate that we usually get books at, I thought this stuff would be released by now. But yeah, I don't know. I suppose the Seraphon stuff was only a month ago, but
yeah, they do a lot of their rules printing in China. So like rules and terrain pieces come from China.
From Wuhan.
Shit, near there actually. So this virus has shut everything. So
yeah, probably just buy the EPUB when they come out.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't actually put the EPUB out.
Yeah, well, or just leak the entire book like the Sylvaneth.
yeah. Well, could happen.
Yeah.
Could happen, yeah. Because this is only part 1 of 2. So, what are you guys hoping to see for the second part? What do you want to see, or hope to see?
Make Noggle great again. No, I don't know, man. To be honest, to be fair,
I'd like to see new Emperor's Children models.
To go with Fabius,
40k.
Yeah.
To go with Fabius, and I'd like to see his enhanced Marines. Remember, he used to be able to enhance Marine squads.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd be interested to see where they go with the Warcry stuff, because the like the general gist of what it was for all those guys to fight for Archeon's favor, and if they're moving away from Chaos, I'm interested to see where they're going with it.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the other factions that are in there, like the other, war bands that you can have in there made up of, like, Nighthaunt and things like that.
Yes.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. They've got the cards for everything already, don't they? Yeah, I don't know.
So, I think they'll just, introduce more characters and things like that. It'd be
Like
cool
that.
to see Archaon turn up on foot. That'd be sick.
Yeah, it would be.
It's been a big rumor that we're going to see an Archaon on foot for a long time. So
This would be the perfect place. Put them in an arena, and you just got to go and bash the crap out of them.
Chuck Gotrek in there with him, sort him out.
Oh, yeah. That'll be a fight of the century.
I love Gotrek, eh?
Yeah,
he's up there on my shelf.
Yeah, I've got them in a box at the moment that'll be made up.
Man, put it together after this, Sean. It'll take you about 15 minutes.
Put him. Hey, pro tip: put him on the big base because he is smaller than most other dwarves, so you will lose him in your little piles of dwarves. So
it's not all about size, mate. All right.
He's tiny compared to a Fire Slayer.
Which is weird because in the audio novels he's bigger than some of them.
Yeah. I think he sort of grows with size the angrier he gets. It's a bit like the Hulk, I guess.
Because one thing I'm hoping to see in this coming weekend's previews is where they're going to go with Underworlds. Because there is rumor we've got one more warband after the Daughters. And then, because I think there's a 5-year plan for that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's probably been out for about 4 years now.
3 years because this is its third season.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, maybe they might announce a new season soon.
Yeah.
Beastgrave. No, it hasn't had that many gangs, has it? Has it?
It's got more gangs than the previous seasons.
Oh,
So,
there you go.
so it's just like another version of Warcry, basically, is it? I'm not really familiar with what they are.
No, it's a board game. It's card based.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So the only problem is, and I'm glad they've done it now, is you can get the card packs from the previous seasons put into your latest one.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So if you got that, the only way you can buy the first season is you've got to buy them without the cards.
Yeah, see, I've seen one of your boys chasing the Chosen Axes,
Yes.
and I've got in box Shadespire because I really got into it in the first season. I thought it was great game, and I've got all the gangs in box. I've got, Night Vault and majority of the gangs in box, and then when Beastgrave came out, I was like, no one's playing it up here anymore. So,
Yeah.
but I've got Blood Bowl too, which
Yeah,
I love that game.
Yeah, I do think so. Because I've got the tournament pack.
Oh, nice.
So when
cool.
everything goes back to normal, we can run it.
Yeah, I should. I'll look into getting a little warband or whatever you use for it, so I can come down and have a few games with you.
Oh, yeah.
I think Rob's got about 3 copies of Beastgrave sitting on his shelf, so I might be able to hit him up for one.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, always keen for games down in Glady, man, especially if you're going to have them at that place. That's sick.
Yeah, the Urella Sports Club. So.
Oh, it's such a good venue, man. Such a good venue.
Man. I rave about that place to everybody. Like, it's the best.
Yeah. Yes, but until the virus is under control, we know which direction we're going. Unfortunately, I think even the Age of Sigma one we've got planned for September will be postponed.
I wouldn't go pulling the pin on that too soon. It might come good, but
I'll probably do a player pack and all that anyway for it. But I'll just say, look, don't pay anything until we know what's going on.
Yeah, that's fair, man.
Yeah. Because that way, then I don't have to worry about refunding anybody. Everyone's unlike the 40K where it's like, it's still going ahead, and then last minute, nah.
Yeah, you just missed out with that, didn't you? That was it's close.
Yeah.
Well, that Nurgle Beastgrave set's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick models, man.
Yeah.
You say, all right, I've got that sorcerer. That's going to be my new sorcerer. So that way you don't have to get the fine cast one.
Yeah, they're 3 really cool models.
Oh, yeah.
All the models are actually really sick.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, you get the Molog's Mob. That's Night Vault. I didn't realize that.
Oh, that's the troll one, yeah.
Yeah, the troll one. That's where you get that miniature from. I didn't realize that's where it come from. Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't mind me. I was just catching up on what you're talking about.
That's cool. It's good to see. Yeah, and I want to see the Sons of Belmont, so the giant faction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. If they preview that, it'll be mint.
Sons of Behemoth. Like I've got 3 giants.
Oh.
So
what are their names?
Zach.
Bob, John, and Zach.
Zach, Matt Hibble, and Chris Foley. They're the names of my 3 giants. They're the cool guys.
Well, it's good to see because Chris has started doing Age of Sigma for his club too. So
yeah, well, we'll see how that goes. It'll be it's very interesting. It's a change of note from Chris, that's for sure. Like, we were pretty shocked when we seen it.
No, well, it's good.
He's finally seen the light, I think.
Like he loves his 40K, and you can't stop him saying from playing that. But it's good to see that he's going right.
No one wants to stop anyone from playing anything. That's how it should be.
And like I said, it's good to see that he's gone right. I want Age of Sigma in there, and people play it, and it also makes Rocky.
Yeah, it's going to make
it stronger too.
It's going to make a scene a lot better, hopefully. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Like that last event we had, I think we got 16 or 18 people to. So if we can, if we double the
Sean was
player,
there.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. If we double the player base in Rocky, then we're looking at a 22 or a 24 person event, hopefully, which is pretty good numbers again.
Yeah, I mean,
it's more for the Gladstone one because the 40k tournaments I run, I've got 16 plus people.
Yeah.
I just need to try and get the Age of Sigma one growing a bit more.
Yeah, well, I don't see any reason why you can't get 16 because that's what we had here last time. So everyone that attended that, I can't see why they wouldn't attend Gladstone for the same sort of thing, And plus, your event's way better. Your
venue,
venue, yeah. Sorry, your venue's awesome.
I
hope I lose my first game so I can just pop schooners all weekend like I did last time.
Man, last time we were there, we had the first game. We walk out. We didn't know what to do. So we went and Zach put $10 in a poker machine and won $300. So like
then started buying schooners for everybody.
Then this old lady told us to go to the strip club because her granddaughter works there.
It gave us a name and stuff. It was gold.
Well, we'll put a pin in that line of topic now before we get too far down that rabbit hole.
Oh, we didn't go.
No, we didn't go.
But like that,
we were too busy stuffing our faces at the buffet.
That buffet. I think I put on about 10 kilos that weekend, man. It was so good.
And you became members too. So
you were members.
Regulars.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm just thinking what other previews, probably what their plans are too, because no new releases till May, which means there's going to be a huge backlog now. And that's if everything gets back up and running again.
Yeah, it's weird. It's tough. It's weird times, but
yeah, I think they need to sort of say, look, we know there's going to be this backlog, and what their plans are, because people going, right, we know these armies are coming up. Even if they sort of do start going, right, here's a bit of sneak peek of what this year's going to plan.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends what happens, man. If it's kind of just a take it as it comes stage at the moment. We could still be doing the same thing in September. No one really, I guess they need to try to keep the ball rolling a little bit, especially if they can't ship orders and stuff. It gets a bit rough, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely never seen anything like this before, so.
So let's say 3 months' time, everything's back to normal. What would you like to see happen with Age of Sigma?
New General's Handbook would be pretty good.
All right, so we're definitely going to get one of those.
I definitely think that those new elves will be part of the starter for the new General's
Handbook. Yeah,
the
new box. Yeah. Man, I don't know. I like Sigma. I don't really want to change too much about it, to be honest. If it starts getting more complicated, needing more books, like I think it's going to kind of lose a little bit of its appeal for me, anyway.
Yeah.
I like the simplicity of it appeals to me. Like
the rule set won't change. It's just going to be a points and new missions.
No, I get what the General's Handbook is, but Sean said, "What would you like to happen with AOS?" And I don't really want much to happen with it, man. I think it's.
Well, sorry, I should say, do you want to see? What would you like to see, like new factions, or would you like to say, like in the General's Handbook, all those other books, so Malign Sorcery and Forbidden Power, merge them into the General's Handbook?
Well, that's kind of what the Gamer's Book is now, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New edition of that or something.
Yeah, I'd like to see.
I want to see terrain dice with names on them instead of fucking pictures. Sorry, excuse the French.
Yeah.
Yeah, the picture, the GW picture dice are pretty hard to follow, but you can get those other ones. But I'd like to see another Destruction faction, which I think will be the Sons of Behemoth.
Yeah.
A box set of those and the High Elves. Oh, sorry, not high elves. What are they called? Mountain elves or something? I don't know.
Lumineth. I think it is.
Light elves.
Yeah, Lumineth.
Lumineth. That's a totally not Ideneth Deepkin. But so yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see also a vampire faction.
Yeah.
Just
I've been waiting
straight
for that.
up elite vampires. Bring back some of the old characters like Vlad von Carstein, like the von Carsteins, mate. Bring that family back. You had Isabel, you have Vlad, you have Conrad, and Manfred.
Yeah, Manfred's already back. So.
Yeah,
Manfred's already back.
Yeah.
And Conrad is now just his old model is now just a poor vampire lord. But mate, he was a psycho.
Oh yeah.
So besides that, I think AOS is in a really good spot, man. Like it
works.
The models they're bringing out, they're hitting it out of the park. Probably the most underrepresented faction at the moment is Destruction.
Yes,
I
agree.
I'd like to see a book. I mean, they've gotten rid of a lot of the old green skins and stuff, and a lot of the old Git mob and things like that. But we had that one gang in Beastgrave with the Wolf Riders.
Yes, which I'm painting up.
Yeah, like that got a lot of people's hopes up. They're like, oh man, we're going to see Wolf Riders. We're going to see new Git mob. We might see original greenskins come back. Grimgor Ironhide. Like he was a cool.
The Wyverns and stuff. It'd be cool to see.
Yeah, the Wyverns. Like Doom Divers, things like that. Like that'd be so cool to see come back. But man, give me giants. Give me giants. I want to see giants. I'd like to see wizard giants. That'd be cool. Like a spellcaster giant.
Like the big saggy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
like a Sheila giant, like a Trogoff hag.
Yeah. Like the Hag Queen. Man.
Yeah.
She's a hottie.
She's a piece of work, yeah.
So,
if we're just talking wish lists, what I'd really like to collect is a ship-based death faction.
Oh yeah.
So like skeleton men that drive boats around would be really cool.
I think there was something about that in Firestorm, actually.
Yeah, they are in there somewhere. I'm not sure where, but if they come out, my afterpay is going to cop a workout.
Yeah, man. That's how you afford Warhammer in Australia is afterpay or zip pay.
Yeah. It still makes you broke every week when you got to shell out $200.
You're like, oh man, payday. Oh, it's gone.
Oh, what? I've got $800 worth of afterpays active? What the fuck?
So we're talking 3 of the 4. What about Chaos? Now this is an interesting one.
Well, so the way the Warcry read for me is that one of these warbands is going to get Archeon's favor, and that'll be the new god or faction. So I'd be all for seeing one of those warbands become an actual Chaos faction for AOS. I think that'd be awesome.
Okay.
Chaos for me, I just don't dig it.
Yeah.
It's the one faction I dabbled in and I got out of real quick. Zach's a Chaos guy, but one thing I am interested in seeing is they discontinued the Legions of Asgore book from Forge World.
Oh, yep.
Chaos Dwarves.
And Chaos Dwarves, which we know that there's a loyal following of. And as a fellow stunty fan, I'd like to see them get their time in the sun. As much as my other dispossessed players would be really angry with me saying that, I'd like to see them come into the actual fold. And here's your book.
Yep.
Here's some plastic miniatures. Because they discontinued a lot of those things because the molds broke. Bring them across. And I mean, they could be iron golems. The iron golems have got some Chaos Dwarves in there.
There's one, yeah.
Do that. And if, for God's sakes, if you're going to do that, do new Marauder models too. Man, those Marauder models are so out of date.
And they have the best rules at the moment. They're legitimately really good in game.
Yeah.
My shittiest looking models.
They look
Yeah.
like Cadians.
I've
It's
seen
just
people-
it's just GW's way of making you buy the Warcry stuff and use them as marauders because they're dear as hell to try to get that amount of models on the table. You
Yeah,
spend
I've
like
seen people
$300 to get 60 of them on the board.
Yeah, well, I've seen people do that, and I think it's the Blood Reavers as well. They've converted those.
Yeah, yeah, but that's an expensive way of doing things, and Blood Reavers are pretty big, eh? So, yeah, listen, I'd like to see a new Nurgle book actually. So, new Nurgle,
Hey, speaking my language.
because I mean, it
that-
was the first of the second ed books for Chaos.
yeah,
It's sort of like a 1.5. It's like it wasn't, but it was.
it's old
Yeah,
now
yeah,
though,
it
man.
sits
It's
there with
like,
Daughters of Cain, like
yeah,
with that
it
weird
was
sort of in
before.
between.
It was before Daughters came.
Yeah, but it's that weird in between where it
Oh, I'm with
changed.
you. Yeah,
Iden
They
F
got-
is sort of sitting on there too.
they got some new stuff with that. Oh, what's it called? That new Wrath of the Everchosen. They did get some new rules with that, but I've played a couple of the factions and it's not groundbreaking. Like it's okay. That there's Nurgle for me always starts with 3 great unclean ones.
Yeah.
Just thrice fold, and it's 60 points now, so it's silly not to take it. But yeah, a new Nurgle book would be awesome.
Although, in saying that, Dave Kerr down south he's working some pretty nasty tricks with the new Nurgle stuff in that
Yeah.
book,
Yeah,
especially when it comes to Blight Kings. The update to Blight Kings is what changed everything.
yeah. He's running Thricefold as well, though. He's running Thricefold and Black Kings.
He's changed it now.
Oh,
So,
the one I like out of that book that I want to try is the Drone Mans. So it's the Puskor Blight Lords, but you get 4 up DPR saves with them. So they're running, I think, 6 wounds apiece with a 4 up DPR save, and they hit like a freight train. So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah, I think that's the one I probably want to try out of that book next.
Hey, Sean, did you see the did you see the FAQ for the Seraphon?
I've seen it dropped. I haven't gone through it yet because I know that one and the Everchosen one too came out at the same time.
Yeah, let me just read you something. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think this one would need to be clarified, but it's been clarified. So it says, this is the very last one.
Okay.
It says, page 96, bound Balewind Vortex, summon Balewind Vortex. Change the second sentence of the rules text to say, only Seraphon wizards with a wounds characteristics of 9 or less, and that are not already on a Balewind Vortex, bold word,
Yeah.
can attempt to cast a spell. So people on Troglodons were casting bound Balewind Vortex
And then casting a second
and then
one.
casting a second one. So they were sitting probably roughly this high off the board, and their spell range had doubled, had gone from 6 to 12. They'd gained an extra wound, and I think it's an extra save, isn't it, for being on a Balewind?
Yeah. It's an extra save, or it's neg 1. I think it's neg 1 to hit.
I think it's
And they're casting 3 spells. And casting 3 spells.
And they're 12 wound monster.
Yeah. I never saw anyone do it.
I've never
Oh,
seen
really?
anyone do it. I don't know why people would even take a Troglodon, to tell you the truth. They're not that great. But
If I had seen someone do it, I would have bumped the table.
actually, because they're an oracle, you can cast through them as a slan.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything with the skink keyword. That's a really cool rule, eh?
Yeah. So,
Because there was also that, what was it, that armored, I can't remember what the unit was, the one that was the laser built in. They had the 1-up save.
But still,
yeah. But still it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice rules, but I wish they just said it's ethereal if you got it on a 1-up save. That way everyone would have understood what it meant.
Yeah.
So does it not just ignore the first point or end? Because that's the way I take it.
No, so because
It's literally got to want it. You can't hurt it unless you've got rend.
so the core rules state that you can't get any less than 1.
Yeah.
So if you got Ren 1000 on a 1-up save, that and you roll a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The one always fails,
Oh yeah.
and then but he can't. He loses another one because of the 2 to a 1, and then that's it. But then if he gets to a 2 up, then your Ren 1,000 will make a difference.
So you can't rend him basically.
At a 1 up, yeah.
At a 1 up, so you got to hit him with like a 3 or something. Make him
Or-
fail.
Once he gets to wounds of 3, then your Ren counts.
Yeah. So you just hit him with mortal wounds to start with, and then
Mortal wounds will still wreck him.
Yeah.
Mortal wounds really damages most order armies.
Yeah. The problem with Seraphon is it's really hard to get any spells off against them.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
The planes are so cheap now too.
What,
What are
sorry?
you talking about? Nah.
Solano and Croak. Croak's amazing, man. 320 points. He's got to be probably the best caster in the game, I reckon.
Nah, he's good.
See
I reckon
you,
his points drop.
see you, Kairos.
Yeah, Dan will be on the phone. Zinch are no longer the best. I loved it, man. I called Dan straight away and I was like, dude, are you sitting down? Because he's on a high with Zinch at the moment. I was like, guess who's better at Magic than Zinch? Slan.
Yeah,
What would you like to see, man? What would you like to see?
Well, Death, I want to see a new Soul Blight, because a mate of mine were
Yeah.
talking about this, and we want to sort of do with Soul Blight is you have your vampire side, and then you have your mortal side, so your underlings and all that. So your underlings are your fodder and all that. So they just go in, they're your chaff, and then you have your elite, which is your vampires.
Yeah.
So and we were thinking, I'll give them, crossbows or something, make them really like.
Yeah. Kind of make them like Empire men at arms and things like that.
Yeah, but give them, make them look like the, grey armor, the thralls. That's it. The way I'm looking.
Yeah,
So
thralls. Yeah. I was thinking back through my Vampire Masquerade days. I'm like, what are they called?
Yeah.
So that'd be sick, man.
Yeah. So you can either take them as a very elite army, a very chaffy style army, or have a bit of a mix of both.
You know what I'd like to see in that army?
What's that?
The Vargeists and Vargolfs be good. Like,
yeah, they need a birthday.
give them. I mean, a Vargolf is still like an excellent summon for, because I love Flesh Eaters, obviously. It's a brilliant summon for free, but to buy it and put it in your army, nah, not really. But he's still pretty handy in combat.
How many points is he?
He's 160
Yeah, that's too
from
much.
memory.
Yeah.
From memory, 160. He's too much.
I think like 120 would be an okay point. You'd probably find a spot for him sometimes.
Yeah, but he's just, when he's a free summon, you just take him for that.
Yeah, he's always done work against me when you've used him.
Yeah, I mean, when you play a mission where you need heroes to be able to get out and touch stuff or get onto objectives, he's a hero that you can sort of send by himself and he'll be okay. So long as there's not too much there to really wreck him. And you can pump him into small units because he is quite nasty in combat and he heals himself. Yeah. So, but I'd like to see a new model for him. And a Soul Blight army would be perfect for that. If they brought back the original houses, like the Blood Dragons, Strigoi.
So what a Soul Blight is basically vampires again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there is rumors that the Blood Dragon, the guy survived. What's his name?
Vorhai, whatever his name is.
Yeah, the one that became the first Blood Knight. I'm just trying to remember his name off the top of my head. No, I can't remember.
Vorhai, the guy in the book.
Yeah, so he was the Royal Protector. And he was one of those ones who said, I only kill humans that are criminals or lawbreakers.
Okay.
And he got sick of the nonsense of Neferata, and he left before the sacking. This is in the original, in the old world. And then he fought monsters and all that to try and find a cure. And then he found a dragon, killed the dragon, and then sucked his blood and went, oh, I'm cured now.
Yeah, right.
That's where the Blood Dragon. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. We'll probably come afterwards.
He's one of the 1 castings, is he?
No, he's his own.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
look, there's so much rich history that they've still got sitting there from the old world that they could bring across.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know,
Yeah. Well, they've even got
actually,
your yeah.
that was the other thing. I don't know whether it was you mentioned it on your last show. That little teaser for the Warhammer Old Worlds
Yes. Yeah.
with the
Yeah,
Keslev stuff.
Yeah.
That artwork looked amazing, man.
Oh,
Like, if it's going to look like that, I reckon I might play it. I was never a fantasy guy, but that looks sick.
Because it was a Kislev army. Oh,
Yeah. They used to ride
This-
bears, man. They were like Cossack Russians.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
but it was a white dwarf one. Remember?
Yeah. They were a Dogs of War unit, I think,
Yeah.
originally.
But you could build them
Kinda
as a
like-
whole army. But
Yeah.
Were they not mercenaries to start with?
I
think
can't
like,
remember,
way
man.
back in the day, they were mercenaries. I'm pretty sure.
But there's fantasy guys out there, especially in Gladstone, that'll be just like, this is what they were. Oh, my God. You know, but,
Yeah.
We need them in the chat.
yeah.
There is
Alex
Alex and Connor in the chat having a little bit of back and forth. I'm just trying to get it up. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Were they not mercenaries to start with?
Someone's talking.
Yeah, no, it's me. I was trying to get the chat up, man, so I could
No, that's
read
good.
it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there's so many. I mean, you could maybe make Neferata, you know, something to do with Sarah and the Soul Blight, Manfred. You know, those two characters, I feel like they can get out of Legion of Gash and make them their own in the Soul Blight.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I can see the chat now. Sweet. There we go. There's people in there.
There's a
Yeah,
few.
Connor.
Yeah, Connor's on it.
And Alex
Hey,
says
Alex.
Vlad.
No, Vlad's
No,
What's wrong with Vlad?
nah. Anyway,
and then so we've got our what is it? Order and Destruction.
what would I like to see for order?
Yeah, so we know they've
Definitely
got
not more elves.
How about a new Stormcast book?
Actually, oh yeah.
I think we need a new Stormcast book. It's pretty old now. It's not very
There
good
will
anymore.
be a new. I mean, it's pretty much par for the course. There's always a
Oh,
new
mate.
Stormcast book.
We're poster boys, all right.
Yeah. What do you? How many sanctums have you got left open? You're a Stormcast player, Sean. How many chambers have you got left?
3 or 4
Enough.
Yeah.
They'll make some
One-
more up there.
priests, and I can't remember what the other. So it must be 3.
Yeah. Yuck. Tell you
Oh,
what. Give me a
Stormcast.
dispossessed book. Like clans of the dispossessed, and like have them all in there.
What's wrong with
Fire
your city?
Slayers.
What's wrong with your
Nah.
cities book, mate?
I don't
Cities
like
is
cities,
alright.
mate. Cities,
It's
nah.
Fucking, I reckon cities is a great book, eh?
Cities is a great book, but give me dwarves by themselves, mate.
Fire Slayers.
Well, what I like to see
Radrons.
is this best sort of turn into an army of was it
Gimli's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gimli was like my childhood hero.
And make them their own. So give them. So he's gone right. I've come back. So give me the god in that army. Give them like sentinels, so golems or something like that. You can do so much with the dispossession. Give them birthday.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, and what was the other faction you said? Destruction, death.
Yeah, so destruction.
Yeah, we talked about destruction with the Wolf Riders and
Giants. I want giants of destruction.
Giants.
I want new dwarves for order. Chaos, I don't really care about, but dwarves and chaos would be sick. And death, well, soul blight. Soul blight, baby.
Chaos. I like to see Chaos Dwarves come back, but I think some of the Skaven sub-factions need them. So, I mean, what is it? You've got Pestilence, Skyra, and Vermin are pretty much okay. But the other ones that need birthdays, Ishin and Molder.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to see some more characters, kind of like what's his name? Shit. The dwarf boy. What's the big boy's name?
Gotrek.
Gotrek. Deathmaster Snitch would be a sick one to bring back as a character that you can just buy and put into your army as an assassin.
Yeah.
Do you remember Deathmaster?
Yeah, I've got two of them actually, the old metal one and then the one before that.
Yeah. You know, Squeak Head Taker's another one they could bring back. Like the Skaven Gutter Runners, new sculpts of those would be sick.
Yeah, well, the
Like an assassin army. An assassin army would be cool. Like, you know, a fast-moving Skaven army. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I know Alex.
No model count, quite elite. That'd be good.
I know Alex would be into them.
Yeah. So for me, are you finished? Did you go through yours, Sean?
Oh well, we've got. What is this? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So for me, chaos it'd be like see a Warcry warband actually get their own book would be awesome. I think like a mortal based faction and a Nurgle book, obviously. I'd just like to see a new Stormcast book for Order. I mean, I like dwarves too. I don't have a dwarf army, so if they Dispossessed did come out, then if it was whack, I'd probably buy it.
Dispossessed Stormcast. Could you imagine that?
Fuck, man, it's like what I live and breathe.
Dispossessed Stormcast.
Yeah.
Fire Slayers Stormcast.
Yeah, I've just got rid of my Fire Slayers. Actually, I should have done that.
You can borrow mine.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it, man. Oh, Death would be the Pirate Boys for sure. Skeleton Pirates, like bring on that.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Games Workshop, please.
Actually, the last thing, this just reminded me, the one thing that I want to see, and it has been mentioned in a book, is I want to see the Gretchen or Goblin Sky Pirate army.
I knew you were going
with
there.
with the Zeppelins and stuff. Make that happen because that would be cool. Imagine like because I play Caradrons as well, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, seeing that across the other table, I've got to wreck his fleet. It's got to happen. You know, we've got to have a ship battle.
It's like Battlefleet Gothic AOS style.
Hey, it's like, no. It's like some knockoff Deadliest Catch cruise come into the Deadliest Catch waters. It's not happening.
Captain Big Hansen.
Yeah, I could see something where you have your flyer, so you make the squigs hot air balloons and they can chomp at other ships while the big giant balloons.
Oh, that'd be cool, man. You know, flying squig herds.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Then you have your sort of your ground troops, but you can have your wolf riders in there too. So like your fast, all that.
That's the thing, like I reckon Destro probably has the best thematics. Like the Goblin Army, the Gloomspike gets. It's one of the coolest armies to look at. Yeah. You got your Night Goblins and whatever, but then you got the Squigs, and then you have Trolls, and then you have Spider Riders. There's
so much in it. It is a really cool book.
You know, plus they're all like praising this crazy moon that makes them better. Really cool. And then you've got the Orcs, obviously. I'd like to see the old school Orcs come back a little bit, but I don't think that'll happen. I think that'll happen in Old World. I think that's where we'll see things like that.
I have the feeling their plan was to bring them, because they had that Get Starter box set for a long time. And then somebody
they did, yeah.
We'll get cancelled. I don't think they knew where to take them.
No.
They're super hit and miss with the box sets they bring out, though. Like that Battle Force box set they put out for the Gets. There's a unit in there you can't even use, man. Like, the Battle Force box that they brought out for the Gets, the big box, the $230 one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a unit of Fanatics in there, but there's no Grots. So to use the Fanatics, you need a unit of Grots to put them in. Like that box set was really didn't hit the mark. Like I love Gits, but I looked at that box and I was just like, why would they do that? Obviously, so you had to buy more stuff, but
yeah. I mean,
The rest of those
And
boxes are
obviously,
really good.
the other Destro faction that I play and actually owns right next to me is More Tribes. And like
I
of
forgot
last year's books, that was my favorite book that came out.
Mhm.
Yeah, well,
Was
a
the
lot
More
of you
Tribes.
guys were playing a lot of more tribes.
I play it for fun when I don't want to think too much and stress, and I want to have like a competitive game, but not over the top. I play more tribes, so it's fun.
See, there was a lot of Beast Claw Raider players in Rocky.
Yeah.
And like my army is completely
Gutbuster.
Gutbusters.
Yes.
And like I had a lot of giants and stuff as well. So, and whereas Matt Hibble was the Beast Claw Raider player, Zach plays Beast Claws as well, but he also picked up a Gutbuster army. So
Yeah.
he's got a nice mix of the two. I think you got a few Yetis and things like that too, don't you?
Yeah, I got 12.
Yeah. Yetis. Yeah.
Yeti's good. Actually, they're really good.
6-inch piling, bro.
Yeah.
So
And they're cheap. 220 points for 6. So
Yeah.
they're winners in my book.
Destro are always fun. They're always fun to play, and you don't have to think too hard to play a decent
you
Destro
really don't.
list.
There's not a lot of synergies. There's not a lot of bubbles. Like
Probably the most fanatical one and the finicky one is the Gits.
100%. Gits is a little bit. It's not really that much of a head mess to play, but it's a little bit.
It's not one that if someone came to me and said, I want to play Destruction, this gets a good one as your first army, I'll just go, no.
Oh, well, it can be. 100% can be Gits because you can run Squigs.
Oh, yeah.
And, and Squigs are super easy. They're fun. They're fun to play because everything's random. Moves random. Like, so good. While we were talking about them Battle Force boxes, man, did you take any notice of the Stormcast one? Because it was amazing.
If you don't have the models, you would buy it. At least
100%. 6 Dracolines.
Oh, yeah. Had the Thundercats in it. Yeah, that was a good set.
6 Dracolines, 10 Sequitors, 5 Castigators, and 2 Wizards.
Yeah.
Like, it was... Yeah. Oh, you put a couple more models with that. Like, you could just buy 3 or 4 ballistas and put with that, and it's a really good list. Like,
definitely. Yeah, and then the Nighthawk one was okay.
The problem with Nighthawk is it's Nighthawk.
Yeah.
And like I love Nighthawk, man. There's 2 death armies I kept when I sold my death, and it was my Nighthawk and my Flesh Eaters. And like my Nighthawk has some of my favorite models in it: the Black Coach, Relicore, and the Craven King. But unfortunately, Nighthawk just are struggling. They're in a really tough place. I mean, they got their good matchups, but then they got their terrible, terrible matchups as well.
It's one of them factions where the build always kind of starts the same, which is 2 blocks of those
chain rasps.
Yeah. 2
and then throwing some Reapers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, Reapers, the ones I was talking about. They're the ones with the 4-up DPRs or whatever. Grimcast Reapers.
They've got 4-up saves, but then they got a 6-up DPR if you've got a hero near them.
Yeah. I think Reapers are the ones. They're the dearer guys, right? Blocks of 20.
Yeah, you take them in blocks of 30, I think, from memory.
You can summon them back a lot.
Yeah, well, they got their squad shape changed, didn't they?
Yeah.
The Blade Geists are cool too. The ones that look like Aragorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them as well. And like, I love the Mongol and the Morghast or whatever it is. Sorry,
they're all really cool models. There's Morghast, it's sick. I was actually looking into them for my OBR, but when you start writing OBR lists, you don't have a lot of points to throw around. Sort of you chew it up quickly. Yeah.
You know who ruined Nighthawk for me, Sean?
Who?
Me.
His name's Zach.
With Thrustfall in my first game of AOS.
I just finished painting my whole Nighthawk army, and it's beautiful, man. No one's ever seen it. It's a beautiful army. The whole thing is like lovingly airbrushed. It's beautiful. I play one game against Zach and he's Thrice-Old. That was it. I'm going to play Flesh Eaters. See you later. And then the whacking happened.
The old 3D3 Mortal Wounds that
man,
portal just cut you to pieces.
That one spell that you put through that portal just destroyed half my army. I was like, nah, I'm out. I'm done.
Killed the coach. Killed a few things. Yeah. That was my first game of AOS, man. We had around at your house. That was my first game.
No, I was at Hibbles.
Was it? No, I was at your place, I'm sure. Was it? Oh, okay, maybe.
That was Hibbles, yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. So that's AOS, I guess. I don't think it needs to change, man. It's amazing how it is. I just miss it.
Yeah, I haven't played it for a few weeks. I'm starting to have withdrawals. I'm actually building and painting miniatures, which isn't something that I do.
The last game I played was against Zach with the Seraphon. Took the new Seraphon for a run.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Amazing.
I played Nurgle. It wasn't Thricefold. It was like a what's the one where you get heaps of heals?
Taliban.
Taliban, yeah, it was a Taliban, single unclean one, a few drones, 6 drones. So I thought it would be a lot harder to kill. Wes shot it off the board in 3 turns, so the shooting coming out of Seraphon's pretty great.
Oh yeah, that's so much stronger now.
Yeah, I think he had something to the tune of like 26 salamanders or something.
I only had 3. That's what I do. Man, dude, salamanders are so good, and then people are like, just charge them. I'm like, they're just as good in combat.
Yeah, they are good.
When they bite you, their bite attack is exactly the same as the shooting attack. Yeah, but I was playing a Coalesque Thunder Lizard list.
Yeah.
With the formation, and it allows you to run and shoot and things like that. You know,
it was good.
If you got the command points, you can also shoot your Bastillodons again.
Yeah.
And when you're getting 5 command points a turn from your HQ choices, it was just laser beams coming off of dinosaurs, man. It was amazing.
It was a skink hanging onto a turret gun, basically.
Yeah. It's just like, what does this do? It just destroys half of his army.
Yeah, I think that the Bastillodon shooting and then spending 1 CP just killed my unclean one straight off the board.
The funny thing, actually, not the funny thing was, Zach's partner turned up halfway through and she brought one of her workmates with her.
Yeah.
Never seen Warhammer before. Walks in, catches me and Zach playing the game. Zach's got these 3 giant fat demons on the table, and I've got friggin' ankylosaurs shooting laser beams off their crystals, and Triceratops with little lizard men chucking spears at them. And she just walked in, sees 2 grown men. I'm like, yeah, right. So this one does. Whoa, man! It just done 14 wounds to your thing. And she's just like, what is this? So, man.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. She's scarred for life, that girl.
Yeah, she's like,
she hasn't looked at me the same since.
Lauren, I can't believe you bred with this man.
So last probably thing I can think of is what I like to see is, like say, new Nurgle book, probably new Daughters, which I have heard there's rumours of, and a new Nighthawk book. Those are things I'd like to see, re-released.
Nighthawk would be good, man.
Yeah. For the health of the game, actually, I'd like to see another book re-released.
Yeah.
And that is Aiden.
Yeah.
Eels at the moment they're out of control, dude. Eel lists are a problem for everybody.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Going to do anything about it.
You find with them older tomes, like they have that one build that's still okay.
Yeah.
Like the Nurgle one always had the Thricefold. I know the new stuff's breathed a little bit more light into it, but Thricefold for Nurgle, the Eels for Ideneth, Hagnar for Daughters of Cain. Like, there's always that one list in there that manages to keep popping up.
Yeah.
Like I got given
I think changed.
What's that?
OBR.
What's wrong with Petrifex, mate?
What?
I went
So
against Petrifex at CanCon. My Nighthaunt wiped the board of them.
Did you go to CanCon, did you?
Yeah.
Was he dribbling
How
on
was
his
that?
dice?
How was that? How was it, CanCon?
We had a few technical difficulties with the list submitting and all that,
Yeah.
And I have to admit, it wasn't Clint's fault, but a lot of it took just so long to get things going.
Yeah.
In between games, there was a lot of difficulties there. But
Was it hot?
No, it was actually quite good this year.
Yeah, okay.
It was very comfortable. I
You
wore
had all the
singlet
fires and stuff.
anyway.
What's that,
Yeah.
sorry?
I wore singlet the whole time there, so I was fine. But yeah, 'cause
Man, I can't wear singlets. I've got tuck shop lady arms.
I did Age of Sigmar and I did Middle Earth.
Your sleeves on your shirt are like a corset for your arms.
Yeah. I haven't got big arms. It's just all held in one place. So what's next on your list there, Sean?
Well, that's about it, really. Because we've got no.
You want to talk to us about 40k? We actually got some 40k news.
Yeah, we really like 40k, man.
I've got to look at feeding the daughter in a
Mate,
15 minutes.
we're back. We've got 40k. Me and Zach went and got 40k yesterday.
Oh God. Well, guess what? There is a preview this coming weekend. We can do it again next week. We can talk about it all.
Have you spoke about the new box set yet? That the Gaskell Ragnar. You have spoken
Aiden
about
Miles.
Yeah, okay.
Extensively.
But I'm back.
Yeah, that's how we've split. So I've always been a wolf boy. I've got about probably close to 3,000 points of unassembled wolves in the cupboard. So I'm getting them out and starting to crack on. And Wes is going with the greenskins or Thraka.
I've got about 15 years worth of orcs underneath my house, and they've just multiplied. They've just dropped spores everywhere. They're hatching out of the ground. There's squigs under there. There's mushrooms.
Oh God.
Yeah, I got this. I got this little bad boy sitting on my desk at the moment to put together. He's my side bitch. There he is.
Hey, look at that.
It's proof I don't hate 40k.
Who's that?
That's the leader.
It's fucking Logan Grimnar, mate, on his fucking
That's
chariot.
not Stormcast. That's not Stormcast. I don't know what that is.
Better than Stormcast, man. Imagine Space Wolves in AOS. How good would that be? Like wolfy Stormcast guys that have gone just ballistic in a different realm and they got lost. How cool would that be? Like the 13th Company Stormcast.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Chaos Marines are? The Chaos Warriors, aren't they like feral Stormcast?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
They're just mortals
I just
gone
made
crazy.
that up.
But, yeah, no, I've seen someone got Space Wolf and put them on his Stormcast.
Yeah, it'd look cool.
Yeah, he went all out. So give him the big beards and all.
Yeah, that'd be sick, man.
Did you see that down at? Did you see that down at CanCon?
No. This is
there is a Stormcast Space Wolf army doing the rounds down south. And that's amazing. So just in your chat here, I just got to address Connor because he's been asking us questions. And yes, we did have to buy the big box set to get 2 good models, but it wasn't too bad.
Because I paid for it.
Yeah, I paid for it. Mate, I lost my job, all right? I lost my job.
Just kidding.
Food for the needy. Come on, man. We all know that I'm going to paint that OBR army, so...
I'm feeding your addiction. No, I'm just kidding.
And he says, I'm looking forward to fighting OBR. He says that now.
Yep.
He says that now. You're not going to be looking forward to painting OBR.
I actually, after I've looked into the book more, I don't think I'll run Petrifex. I think I'll run the one with Catacross. I can't remember what they're called.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sounds made up.
It's pretty good.
It's the first one out of the book.
Yeah, it is. I'm just hang on.
It's cool, but that's all right. Oh, well, at least we know when I want to do a faction focus for OBR who to come.
Oh man, I wouldn't do that. I'll keep reading the book. I haven't even played a game with them yet.
We'll get the
Mate.
beginner's guide to OBR.
Beginner's Guide to OBR, Petrifex Elite, Nagash.
What armies do you have now, Sean?
Oh, okay.
Mortis Praetorians, they are.
Oh, yeah, Praetorians. That's it, yeah. Stormcast, Courage and Overlords. What else do I have? I've got Skaven, Zinch, Korn, Nurgle, bit of Celesh there. I think I've got about 1,000 points. What else?
You need more than that to summon, mate.
Yeah, I've got two spikes. Gets. Actually, I should go on the GW page. Probably easier.
Holy
Oh,
moly,
really?
you got a fair bit. I thought I
Yeah.
was bad. I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one that was with a habit.
All right.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I've got Ducan. Pretty much no Slaves to Darkness and no Beasts of Chaos, but I've got everything else. Death, I've got Flesh Eater Courts, I've got Legion of Nagash, I've got Night Haunt. And then Destruction, I've got Gloom Spites and more Trides, but I don't have any Iron Jaws. But I do have some Bone Splitters. But,
Yeah,
it's 4 factions.
Splitters are cool, eh?
Yeah.
Man, I've got no Stormcast, which I'm proud of. None of them.
Yeah.
But I've got Cities, Slayers, Gradron, Aiden, Deepkin. I think that's it for Order. And then I've got more Tribes, Glimspike Gits. And then for Death, I've got... and for Order, I've got Seraphon.
Yep.
And then I've got in my Death, I've got my Night Haunt and Flesh Eaters. And the Flesh Eaters I love, man. That's Bretonia, mate.
Yeah.
That's where Bretonia went.
Well, that was your first, pretty much, Age of Sigma army, wasn't it, really?
Seraphon was, yeah. Seraphon and they were the 2 armies that I had left over from the End Times.
Yeah.
I had a couple Terrorgeists, Zombie Dragons and things like that, and some Ghouls. And I had a huge Seraphon army still on Square Base. So, and Ogres.
Tomb Kings too, but they're all on Square Base.
Tomb Kings.
Awesome, man. That's what how I'm painting my OBR, man. Tomb King. The blue and yellow.
I've got, I think, 5 boxes of the Get Starter box set for Tomb Kings.
Oh, really?
Shit.
Yeah.
Man, that's...
Yeah, 3 of the...
Tomb King stuff's really sought after, you know that, are you?
I know. I've got about 40 Tomb Guards and 3 of the Skinks. Or Sphinx, sorry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Those Necro War Sphinx.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Blake Kerwick's Tomb King army with all the Snake Riders and stuff?
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
it's so good.
Oh, I do have some Snake Riders and the catapults. I also saw the guy from Tasmania. He was there with his Tomb Kings.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. They're a really nice army when you see them, hey?
Oh, yeah.
When you see an old school Tomb Kings army done up, you're like, oh, man, yeah, I remember these from back in the day. They all had chariots.
Yep.
Yeah,
I still wait for Citra to come back. I still wait.
He will. I reckon he'll come back. What's that?
Stormcast.
Released, man. The Tomb Kings, they're really cool. They've got awesome model range. Oh, they did have.
Yeah, that's the one thing I want to see with Death is a Death army that's not aligned with Nagash.
Tomb Kings will be the perfect one to do it, right?
The pirates. Come on.
Yeah. Well, Soulblight. I mean,
zombie pirates.
Yeah,
the Von Carsteins aren't really big fans of Nagash.
Yeah, but they know they need to keep on its good side. That's why they need someone like Citra to come back and so reimagine Tomb Kings, and not an OBR reimagine Tomb Kings, but a proper reimagined Tomb King army.
Yeah.
Citra at the
That'd be
head.
sick.
Yeah. But that's a big wish list I've always wanted.
It's always good to have dreams, mate.
That's it.
I'll be able to do a backflip soon.
Yeah. Oh, we should think about finishing up. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about before we call it a day?
Oh, I'm pretty good, mate. Thanks, it's been good.
Uh,
Cheers for having us on, having a chat, man. It's good.
just having a sign. Hopefully, things grow for you. And man, I'm just looking forward to coming to a tournament.
Getting that buffet on.
Getting on that buffet. Now that we're back in 40k, come down and we'll bully Miles.
I think he'll be waiting. No, I guarantee you that.
Oh man, we go way back.
We've done some good trips with Miles up to Townsville and stuff back in the day.
Back in the seventh head day, so great.
Yeah, we've had some good times.
Yeah.
The Mackay crew are good guys, man. I'd love to see CQ like Emerald, Gladstone, Rocky, and Mackay get back to where it was. Like Mackay events used to be amazing. I remember there used to be like 40 plus players there.
Yeah.
I remember Cowcons used to have 40 plus players. Gladstone used to have nearly 40 players. Emerald has always been sort of lower, but even Wide Bay, man, even if we could get like the Harvey Bay guys and the Bundaberg guys in on it, because we all live in that little area where it's not that far really to travel.
No,
it's 3-4 hours, nothing. Boys, I gotta go, so I'll see you later. You can keep talking, but I'll
no worries.
Cruise. I'll see you later. Thanks for the chat. See you, mate.
See you, Zach.
Bye.
No, that's the one thing, especially trying to start doing these videos too, is try and get people from who would never, be able to do these videos.
Yeah.
And come and talk about their experiences and that. And also because of what's happening, it's a good way for other people to talk about, what's on their mind, on their chest and other things. And help also mentally. That's the biggest thing too.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of, with the local scenes and that, there's a lot of myth and probably hangover from earlier days, like from 10, 15 years ago. I mean, Gladstone back at the day, man, the fights that used to happen between Gladstone and Rocky was huge.
Yeah.
And now
I want to get away from making from I don't like you angry fights to I'm going to beat the crap out of you in this game because I want to have fun.
Yeah, and I mean, it was weird. Like that's what it was basically over was, man, he just outplayed me. Oh, I'm mad at that guy. I hate him now. Like, why don't you just come back next time and beat me?
Yeah.
Like, let's let our armies do the talking sort of thing. I don't understand where a lot of this hostility comes from, man. So, but, war gamers are strange people.
Yeah.
Like, I've got my quirks. Zach has his quirks. You have your quirks. Connor has his quirks. Alex has his quirks. Yeah. We've all got our quirks.
Yeah.
And when we all come together, some of us just don't know how to handle one another. And I think that's the biggest problem is it gets lost in translation a lot.
It does.
So
the biggest thing, even when I run these tournaments, is that you're not going to make everyone happy. Not everyone's going to get along. But if everyone can understand you're there for fun, and even if you can just be civil, even if you don't like the person, that's all I'm asking.
Yeah. I mean, like, you've got a social contract. When you walk in and you shake hands with one another, play the game, and that's it. Once it's done, you don't have to talk to one another. Like, so.
But I'm like you. I want to try and get this region to grow. I want to get Wide Bay boys in. I want Bundy boys, Emerald. I even had Mount Isa guys coming down.
Mount Isa.
Mount Isa.
Man, Jesus.
So, I'm trying. I'm pushing this. I'm going. Let's. Brisbane is Brisbane. I like to try and get Brisbane boys up, but let's focus on ourselves as well.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, if we could just get them to one event, and they could just see how good the venue is. Like, I tell them, I'm like, guys, this place is crazy. And they're like, yeah. And like, I was sending them videos of the event when we were there. Like, this is what I'm eating. This is what it costs. You hop in that elevator over there. That's where you go up to your room. You walk through that door over there. That's where the tournament is. And you got a bar right here. It's carpeted. You don't have to leave. You hear it all weekend. And there's this like, it's still 5 hours, 6-hour drive. And I'm like, hey, come on. You will fly red-eye flights to go to South Australia, but you won't drive 5 hours in the car up the coast.
Well, my thing is, if they can drive to Cancun, they can easily drive to us.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I drive down there, and I get the sleepy drives, because I drive by myself a lot of the time, and like sleep in my car and add servos along the way, because usually I've just finished work or whatever.
Night shift, yeah.
And, man, I love going to events down there. That's why I'd love more events up here, so I don't have to travel, because the wife would love me better if I don't spend all the money.
Yeah,
and I'm home, I'm home. I don't have to take 4 days off to go to an event. I can go Saturday morning, drive 3 hours to Gladstone, stay overnight. Oh, sorry, not Gladstone, to Mackay.
I like that, Gladstone, yep.
Yeah, or drive to Gladdy, which was what we usually do. Stay the night, play the next day, drive home afterwards.
Yeah.
It's great. Like, man, your events are 100% amazing. We just got to get people to them.
Yeah.
And, like, that's the thing. You want hands writing player packs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Just shoot it up. Like, shoot it up to here. We can send it down south. We can, like, the AOS community is really inclusive. You got AOS coach. You got all those guys that will help,
Oh, absolutely.
But 40K is a little bit different, but it's in flux at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'd like to come to 40K events. So,
Yeah. Well,
anyway.
Because of what's happened, the player pack will be re-released at another day. It's going to be amended.
Yeah.
So if you want to bring I'm looking at getting rid of the Imperial Knights thing. So if you want to bring an Imperial Knights army, more than welcome to.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I'm bringing orcs, baby. I got Gaskull next to my leg.
Yeah.
I could hear him in the box, man. He wants to get out. So, man, I love orcs, man. So, and I can't afford to fully flesh out my new sisters yet, and I don't want to play with the lead models. So,
No, fair enough.
the new sisters models are really hard to get at the moment. So,
yeah, well, now especially what's happened, yes.
Yeah, just the staggered release, and obviously the whole world falling apart. So,
well, I was surprised they did that staggered release. Actually, that was.
So was I, man. Like, come on, guys, you've teased us for 19 years, and now you're going to draw it out for us, a couple more months. Like, come on, give us what we want. So, anyway, man, we better wrap it up.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming on, Wes. It's good chatting with you.
No worries, mate. Anytime.
I was going to say you're welcome anytime. Like and share, because that's what I want to see. Let's let people know that we're out here.
I'll put it on the club page, mate.
Oh, cheers, mate. Appreciate that. And we shall see about doing another video maybe next week. We'll see what happens. But until then, everyone,
too easy, mate.
And be safe.
All right. See you later. Thanks, mate.